All right, what's up, everybody? Still quarantined. It's time for part 2 of the first round of the Disorderly Television Bracket, the bottom half of the bracket, which features network sitcoms and the best of the rest. If you missed the HBO and streaming portions, you can watch that now as well. But let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it, starting with network sitcoms. Again, the seeding is based on popularity, and the voting was done by David St. Martin, Andrew Volpe, and myself. The majority winner advances until we're left with one final show. So here goes. The 1 versus 16 matchup, The Office versus That 70s Show. Now, I expected this to be a unanimous sweep, but David St. Martin actually voted for That 70s Show. So that means one of two things. Either he is a huge Topher Grace fan, or he's simply a hater of The Office. I'm not sure, but we should have a better sense of that moving forward. I guess we'll have to see how the votes come in round 2.
Okay, too fast. Everyone, we need to pump at a pace of 100 beats per minute.
Oh, okay. That's hard to keep track. How many is that per hour?
How's that going to help you?
I will divide and then count to it.
Right.
Now, The Office will square off against, and I'm excited about this one, Community, one of my favorite shows of all time. I also love 30 Rock. I wish they could both win, but hey, that's kind of the nature of the 8 versus 9 matchup. Two great contenders, two people that are unfortunately faced with the 1 seed in their second game of the tournament, but Community advances.
It's not a meteor, it's a cookie wine. Me and Jeff made it because it made you look more like the Cookie Crisp Wizard. Which is not even a reference I get because the Cookie Crisp mascot wasn't a wizard when I was a kid. It was a burglar.
Moving right along now, we have the Ted Danson versus Ted Danson matchup, which I swear, I didn't realize until I actually finalized the bracket, but apparently Classic Ted is superior to the modern version because Cheers has advanced over The Good Place. Very curious to see what sort of run they can make, one of the most heralded sitcoms of all time, but it's a little bit on the older side, and I feel like that plays a factor as well.
From the brute gut release of emotions into the more cerebral. Tell me in one sentence what you perceive to be your problem right now.
You won't leave.
Let's come back to that.
And who will they be facing? The ABC Emmy-collecting powerhouse Modern Family defeating New Girl. I actually almost swung this one. I was having trouble deciding between those two because I think New Girl is a little bit underrated. I think Modern Family is a little bit overrated, but I still had to give the edge to Ty Burrell and company. Congratulations to Modern Family, as if they haven't won enough already.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, where are the babies? I want to see them.
There's no easy way to say this. Mitch and Cam have a whole thing they want to do.
Oh, God, it's worse than I thought.
Okay, so we've got 4 matchups to go now. First, we've got the number 6 Parks and Rec versus the number 11 seed Frasier. Parks and Rec, part of that powerhouse NBC lineup, which includes 3 other shows that we've already featured, 30 Rock, The Office, and Community. We've seen 2 advance, and the one that didn't advance is because it was faced head-to-head with somebody else in that same lineup. But will Parks and Rec make it 3? No. I'm pleased to announce that it's Frasier, one of my favorite sitcoms ever. Not only did it win, but it won with the first clean sweep of the region. Proud of my fellow Disorderly writers for agreeing with me on that one.
Come on, they're great guys. Stinky, Wolfman, Boom Boom, Jim. Of course, his name's not really Jim. We call him that because he likes to drink Jim Beam. Just like we call Hank Bud because he drinks Budweiser. Come on, you'd love these guys.
We're sherry drinkers, Dad. Think about it.
So, Frasier was the first of 2 clean sweeps. Well, Seinfeld was the second. The show about nothing, a heavy favorite to probably win the division, despite being seeded as a 3, and it wins over Everyone Loves Raymond, which is another show that I think is criminally underrated. I think it's a very good sitcom. It deserves to be in the pantheon of great sitcoms. But let's be honest, man, it's not beating Seinfeld, right? Seinfeld wins this one.
Hello?
Hi. Would you be interested in switching over to TMI long distance service?
Oh, gee, I can't talk right now. Why don't you give me your home number and I'll call you later?
I'm sorry. We're not allowed to do that.
Oh, I guess you don't want people calling you at home.
No.
Well, now you know how I feel.
Okay, 2 to go. How I Met Your Mother versus Arrested Development is the 7 versus 10 seed matchup, and Arrested Development gets it done. Big win for the show that was never really appreciated in its time, right? I mean, it got canceled very early. It's obviously back now. I know there are a lot of diehard How I Met Your Mother fans. If it's any consolation, Volpe agree with you, but David St. Martin and I did not, and that means that your show is out.
Is there a little girl here all by herself? And perhaps it was this that would finally get him to admit that he sometimes did speak in a misleading way.
Daddy needs to get his rocks off.
Wrapping up the sitcom bracket is number 2 Friends versus number 15 Scrubs. Another easy one to predict. Hold on a second. It is. Friends, everybody's favorite show to hate on, gets eliminated early. I'm telling you guys, I was a Friends hater too. All right, the show is so good. It's not overrated. Give it a shot. But I guess for now, in the terms of this bracket, it's out. Scrubs advances. Better luck next time.
I believe in Mr. Barnes.
Look at Newbie. Just because you have a new girlfriend doesn't mean that the world has suddenly turned into a giant green M&M. The Red Sox still suck. They do. Barbie here still can't decide what to do with those annoying bangs. And addicts everywhere will still lie, cheat, and steal just to get a fix. Now you've got to wake up, sweetheart.
Okay, the fourth and final region, the best of the rest. Just by the very nature of this category, it's going to be one of the deepest in the tournament, right? But I will say this. There were only 2 unanimous decisions of the 8 winners, implying diversity. Yet at the same time, this was the one region where all of my picks advanced to the second round. So take that as you will. Number 1 versus number 16, Breaking Bad versus The Walking Dead. Big AMC matchup, easy win for Breaking Bad. I think a lot of people would list Breaking Bad as their favorite show of all time. And at least in this first round, it did get the clean sweep. I mean, it is a 1 seed, so it gets that respect. I think it's a tough bracket to work through, so we'll see. But in a fitting twist of fate, we've got a Vince Gilligan Breaking Bad universe showdown. Better Call Saul defeating Mr. Robot in a somewhat surprising result, and it will face the show that it's a spinoff of Breaking Bad.
She works hard, all day, every day, just like her mother before her, from dawn till dusk, scrubbing the floors of rich people. She needs a cane to walk, you know? She's got arthritis, and still she works every day. What, for herself? No. Not for them. For these 2.
Very interested to see the result of that matchup in the round of 32. More AMC on the way as Mad Men defeats ABC's Lost. It seems that a strong ending has a big effect on who advances, and Lost famously, had a not so great final few seasons. But Mad Men, on the other hand, ended very strongly and therefore advances.
Hold on a second. You want me to work up an entire corporate image campaign for $10?
I can make you do it for nothing. I'm the boss.
You're right. The work is $10. The lie is extra.
And finally, we're moving away from AMC. We've got number 5 Atlanta versus number 12 American Horror Story. Another 2-1 split. For reference, we only have 2 unanimous decisions in this region as well, and Atlanta takes it. The Community cast is doing very well so far. Glow advanced as a 15 seed. Community won as well, and now Atlanta. I love it.
Oh, Florida, huh? Just make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
What's Florida, man?
Lots of cartoons in this bottom half of the region. Not intentionally. That's just where things fell. But first, we've got The Simpsons, 30 seasons strong, versus the critically acclaimed FX series, The Americans, and The Simpsons takes it. Which is exciting for me because I've spent this quarantine working my way through the series, beginning to end, on Disney+. I should finish it, I don't know, in the next 10 years or so.
Springfielders are advised to stay tuned for more information if they experience any of the following symptoms: mild thirst, occasional hunger, tiredness at night.
In which cartoon will it be facing? Number 3, South Park versus number 14, Archer. There was a lot of complaining by David St. Martin about Archer being seated too low, and no surprise here, he voted for Archer. But I must say again, it was based on popularity, and this is a tough bracket. South Park earned the vote for myself, and it earned the vote from Andrew Volpe, so South Park advances.
He doesn't even need a game system to play on. He can play Guitar Hero acoustically.
Yeah, but can he play Buckethead on expert level?
Go ahead, Thad. Show him what you can do. Check this out.
Well, we've arrived at the final 2 matchups of the round of 64, and if you've been following along, that means that one of these final 2 was a clean sweep. It was either number 7 versus number 10, Rick and Morty versus Louie, or number 2, Always Sunny in Philadelphia versus number 15, Fargo. Now, logic would dictate that the 2 versus 15 seed should be the blowout, but it was actually the other way around, Rick and Morty receiving all 3 votes against Louie.
What is my purpose?
You pass butter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, welcome to the club, pal.
And finally, Always Sunny versus Fargo. Now, I already said that this wasn't a sweep, and there's already been 2 15-over-2 upsets in the bracket. Could this be number 3? No. Always Sunny takes it, completing the list of 32 winners.
Mac owns a Cowboys jersey. I saw him wearing it in the back office.
What? That's a secret deal?
Yeah.
Don't say it's Romo. Of course it's Romo. Who else would it be? Sorry. You don't think he deserves to be MVP? He's on constantly overlooked. You are a traitor. How many Super Bowls
Okay, so next time around, we'll cut it to 16. March Madness, moves fast, famously moves fast. There's all this buildup. You start thinking about 64 teams, or in this case, shows, and it's like, oh, this will last forever. Boom, cut down to 16 right off the bat. So it moves fast, as does the Disorderly TV Championship. So stay safe, stay inside if you can, and keep it locked to the Disorderly for more mind-numbing entertainment. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.